We're live. We are live for a big New York Giants game. We got myself and we have Justin Pennick, who is live from the parking lot. What parking lot are you at?
I'm in K10 and K11, but I am walking towards L16 by Snacks.
Okay. Have you seen Clem yet?
I have not seen Clem. Clem is going to be on the way to L16, so I'm going to try and stop by and see Clem.
Perfect. So maybe you'll get Clem and oh, what the hell? The new Twitter broadcast thing screwed our thing up. Anyways, I'm excited, man. I'll tell you what. I haven't been this nervous for a Giants game in a long time. Like usually week 1 is peak nervous for me. I don't know. I'm super nervous. I think it has to do with the emotions of Eli Manning Day and the fact that like if we lose this game, it is all out panic in Giants land.
Yeah.
Because not only are you 0-3, you're 0-3 to the easiest team on your schedule. Maybe the only game we're favored on for the rest of the way.
Yep. And the fact that it's only -3 and every home team is automatically given 3 points in the spread, and the fact that if this was a neutral site game, it would be even basically. So, I mean, they got to win. I mean, Falcons are not a good team. I know we sugarcoated on the podcast and say, Matt Ryan can do some good things. Calvin Ridley, blah, blah, blah. I mean, let's just say it. I'm here. I'm in the parking lot. This team is not a good team. The Giants have to win. They got it. They got to score 30 points, and they got to look good while they're doing it, too.
Austin Ioannidis has to play Paper Planes. You know what? I will. As soon as the stream's over, I'm going to start playing Paper Planes.
Boom.
Speaking of that song, it looks like that's a blunt, not a cigar. Is that like a cigarello or something?
No, it's a mini cigar. It is not. I'm not smoking marijuana.
Did you buy it from a gas station?
No, one of our listeners actually gave it to me, which is really cool. I mean, it looks like a
cigarello or a Swisher Sweet.
It kind of is. It kind of is.
So so he kind of gave you like a $2 cigar, which is kind of
but I mean, it's perfect for Giants games because I'm on the go, I'm talking to people, I'm on the move. I don't have time to smoke a big cigar, so it's perfect.
And everyone thinks you're just actually they can smell it. They're not idiots.
Yeah, no, it would smell like weed if it was weed. So.
Kenny Golladay, it was looking like he might not play. All the beat reporters were kind of saying like, "Ooh, I don't know if he's going to play." He is playing.
Yeah.
He's the hardest receiver to judge by running routes versus air. Because one, I don't think he runs them like crazy hard in like warm-ups. And I think he's one of those players where it's like when it's a difference. The difference between practice and game is real for him. And he's not winning by, amazing route running and separation, So he's like like watching that stuff on air is like, this doesn't look great, but also like these look like the routes he runs in practice regularly.
Yeah, and I can imagine that's also tough for Jones, like at practice, whether you're just doing 7-on-7 or whether you're just doing a walkthrough. It's tough for Jones to get any kind of connection for ball placement with Golladay because, we've talked about it. Even when Kenny Golladay is covered, he is still kind of open in a way, and that's why we signed him. So getting that chemistry together, especially when you're not going 100%. I mean, I hate to say it because Kenny Golladay hasn't earned it yet, but he's kind of similar to Plaxico in that regard. Is he not? Where Plaxico barely practiced, and Plaxico.
I think he has earned it too. He's a better player than Plax was. When they were signed. Obviously Plax had. I'm not saying as a New York Giant Kenny Golladay is, but like if you're going like pre their signing, like Plax with the Steelers, Kenny Golladay at the Lions, Galladay's the better player. So it does take some time to get that trust down, and I think this is the week to kind of get that. They're not playing the number one corner, I think they are. I think they saw Jones do well in 1, 2, 3 high to low reads, and I think that is perfect for Kenny Golladay. So I think we'll see some of that.
Are we going to continue to see cover one and single high safeties, or is the Falcons defense, after the Giants actually moved the ball pretty well, they produced some explosive plays? Are we going to see single high, or are we going to see some 2 high safeties, which we haven't really seen under this Daniel Jones, Jason Garrett kind of era? It's been a lot of cover one and only cover one.
Anyone that is joining not at the beginning is going to think you're smoking a blunt.
Well, I'm not. I'm smoking a cigar.
It's just funny.
Right.
It looks like you're just casually smoking a blunt on YouTube, which is funny to me. So
who's looking to hire me?
Ask them. Yeah, exactly. Ask some questions, people. The most unhireable people in media, Bobby and Justin, which is the way we like it because we're not media scum. Unleash Tony. Yeah. Over under 25 yards for Kadarius Toney.
I'm going under. That's a strong under.
I'm going over.
Are you also going under?
I'm going over.
Oh, you're going over. All right, good for you.
Yeah. Have you met anybody? Has you seen anybody yet?
What do you mean? Like some listeners and stuff like that?
Yeah, and like, friends of the show.
Yeah, Giants Future. The guy that says build it right all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him.
He's a real person?
Yes, he is a real person.
50G man? That's my guy.
Nice dude.
We're Chuck
Really
race.
nice dude.
We're Chuck Series fans together.
He was wearing a Rodney Hampton jersey. Yeah,
Nice.
Josh from the Giant Take is here. So here, he's right here. We're gonna go say hi to Snacks.
Yeah, we're going in, 5 minutes?
No, we're going as soon as we kind of get everything together here.
Oh, I thought you were walking there right now.
No. I've been pacing back and forth.
I was gonna say, it's like you've been walking the whole time. I was like, how long does it take to get to where Snacks is?
Yeah, it'll take a couple.
You are pretty stoned right now, though, so I wouldn't put it past you to be walking around in circles.
I know I'm stoned. I've walked 100 yards since we started this stream, but I've stayed in the same spot.
Oh man! In way you think they will use Tony and KG today? I think they're gonna do some stuff like the breakdown that I did the other day on Kadarius Toney. Like, okay, Kadarius Toney may not have the route running down and the whole playbook, but that's no excuse to not put this guy on drag routes, slant routes, stuff that's not timing routes.
Yeah.
Like you putting him on a curl is no use. Jones isn't gonna have that. Like it's just there's no use in that. So.
I would hope they even do some stuff that's an extension of the running game too. Quick ball is snapped and the ball is thrown to Kadarius Toney if they're playing off and they're not playing press, right? Using Toney as an extension of the running game on early downs, you get a solid 4, 5, 6 yards. I take that, and that's getting him involved. It's trying to get him involved in space. They did it once against the Broncos. They didn't do it last week, so I want to see that. Like, just small stuff to get him involved. I'm not looking for anything big or flashy from Toney. Just small stuff. Let's just get you involved. Let's get your sea legs under you just so he can have some sort of involvement in this offense.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, involving him doesn't mean throwing him the ball necessarily. Like you mentioned those motions, like you can motioning him and not throwing him to that is a big deal. And like you said, the whole extension of the run game thing. It seems like the entire NFL is trying to run more too high. They're all trying to copy Brandon Staley, who's with the Chargers now.
Except when they play the Giants.
We saw a good amount versus Denver, and even Washington. The Darius Slayton play was that. So with that, what do you expect out of Saquon today? I can't hear you. Can't hear you. Your hands over the microphone. 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 You got your hand over the microphone.
You connected to my truck. I did.
Your hands over the microphone. Your hands over the microphone.
You hear me now?
You have your hand over the microphone. This is unreal. It was fine before. Now I can't hear you at all.
All right, how about now?
There you go.
All right, yeah. So how's Saquon Barkley going to be involved? The whole goal, the Bluetooth came on in the car. The whole goal is to get the lead, right? That's the goal of this Giants football team. You build up the offensive line, you draft Saquon Barkley so you can get an early lead in the games, and then you can pound him from there. So this is the game to do. Then he can get the volume, and then he can kind of get his reps, and he can get his repetition in there, because that's really what he needs. He needs consistent reps, and he needs more consistency and efficiency overall.
How about this? How about in the first quarter we involve him in the receiving game on more so on left and not just screens and checkdowns? How about that? We haven't done that. The only time they did involved in the receiving game was that stick concept at the shoulder sack in week 1, and then week 1 when Jones almost threw the interception in the fourth quarter.
Ready?
So,
all right, we're going to snacks. We're officially going to walk.
Okay. Let's use Saquon in the receiving game, not just in freaking checkdowns and screens. Something we haven't talked about a lot is the offensive line. Like, they're missing two major from the projected starters, 3 of those guys aren't starting, with Matt Peart and then Nick Gates and Shane Lemieux, obviously.
Right.
I feel bad for Thomas, man. The guy has a new left guard every other week, you know? It was Will Hernandez, then Shane Lemieux, and that was consistent, but then they rotated a little bit. And then it's like, okay, we're starting the season. Shane Lemieux's back. Dan injured. Ben Bredesen. All right, we're slotting Nick Gates over. Now it's Ben Bredesen for hopefully the rest of the season. And do you think Matt Parrott gets any reps at guard today? I do think we'll see him rotate at tackle.
Yeah, you feel
You
bad
think
for
Matt
Thomas,
Parrott plays
but he's
today?
in the rock.
Huh?
Yeah, I got you.
Do you think Matt Parrott plays today?
Do I think? No, I don't think Matt Parrott plays today unless Solder gets benched. So no, I don't think he plays.
Like not even rotating? How far are you away from snacks? All right, I'm about to just close this out with Justin and just do it my own. He's not frozen for me. He just can't hear.
What was the question?
My question is, how far away are you from snacks?
I am probably 5 or so minutes.
Jeez, that's a freaking long walk. All right, I might have to close you out.
You're gonna boot me out?
Yeah, when you get the snacks, come back in real quick, and then I'll do this on my own. So people start asking because it's
Okay,
too. It's not. It's try and join back in when you're around the people.
All right, you got it. Bye bye.
All right. So that's a mess. We're trying to do it from live from the stadium, and it's clearly not working. So ask me questions because me just doing this solo is not great. It is not where I'm at my best. So what we're gonna do right now is while you guys ask for some questions, we're gonna look at social media real quick. So I'm gonna share my screen so you can see social media. Social media. Yeah, we do need to have an intervention pod for Justin. He is on drugs. Oh, so I have tweet notifications on for Talking Giants and Florida Man. All right, let's see. Did we miss any news while I was away? Usually the inactives, unactives show up at this time. Let's see. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Nope, I don't think we missed anything. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Going to close out social media. All right, let's see. Biggest game in years. Just think about it. If we lose, yeah, if we lose, it is epically bad. It is epically bad. Not like we said before. We're 0-3 in a team that was expected to win games this year. You're 0-3, and not only 0-3, you lost to the worst team on your schedule probably in the Atlanta Falcons, and they're injured. They're missing their wide receiver too. They're missing their cornerback one. There's no excuse to lose today. There's no excuse. Even if Mike Glennon comes in, Mike Glennon starts this game, I don't think there's an excuse to lose this game. Do you think Garrett is going to continue to have more aggressive play calling against this defense? I would hope so. I really would hope so. But I've seen there's been games with Jason Garrett like last year where I was like, okay, this is kind of what we like. And then they go back to the same old stuff the next game. So I am cautiously optimistic that we'll see some more aggressiveness. Is starting Daniel and Kenny in fantasy a bad decision? I would say starting Kenny Golladay is, and I hate doing fantasy stuff, but I'm here on my own, so I'll take anything where I can talk about it for a couple seconds. Daniel Jones, I'm actually starting him over Aaron Rodgers this week. Maybe that's me being a homer, but it is a good matchup. Kenny Golladay, depending on what you have, but he's supposed to be a little bit limited today and is dealing with an injury. I actually just picked up Slayton, and I want to ask you guys, should I start Slayton or Juju Smith-Schuster? How about that? That's my question to you guys. All right, next question. Where is it? Where's the questions? Oh, wow, you guys are doing a good job asking. What defense do you think you all should do to stop the Falcons? A mix of everything, you know? Like, I don't like today we're going to run man. Today we're going to run soft cover 3. Let's see. Can Billy Price play confident and angry today, please? Yes, Billy Price, I am looking for a bounce back. That is he had a bad game versus Washington. It was on a short week with a new team, so I'm not like overly mad at him. But you know what? Now you're playing against not a great front. I know Grady Jarrett's a pretty decent player, but he's not going to be lining up over the center a ton. Billy Price should play well today. If he doesn't play well today, then he's just not a good player. Should defense focus solely on Ridley and Pitts? I think I would put more focus on Pitts. We got to trust James Bradbury. And you go back and watch last week, it's like, oh man, they're putting James Bradbury in a lot of soft zone. Let that man play. Or you put Adore, you flip sides and you give a little bit of extra attention to Ridley just to mess up Matt Ryan's reads. But Pitts is the one that I can see wrecking the game for us. I don't see Ridley wrecking a game for us. Is the loss of Dalvin really starting to affect the defense along with poor play calling? I don't think it's like I think the Patrick Graham stuff is a little overblown. Dalvin Tomlinson, they're definitely missing him, but he's not the reason why that the defense is different this year. Like it hasn't played well. Like it's just not. If you go like they're good versus the run. They're still a good defense versus the run. Yes, he is. Yes, I think Golladay gets more targets today. He had 8, technically 9 if you include a DPI, so I think right around there. What changes from Patrick Graham do you expect today? I think they are going to bring their safeties down a little more, and they're not going to be playing man coverage every play, but they will play more man coverage this week, like they did week 1 versus Denver. Let's see. Any Giants you think will break out big today? I think it depends. It sucks that Kenny Golladay is battling with injury. When will DJ realize he can throw the KG even if he's covered? I mean, he has a little bit. And he threw to him a decent amount versus Washington. They just didn't have the big hookups. I think Jones can do a better job giving Golladay more of a chance instead of trying to throw a perfect throw, though. Let's see. What do we got here? Who leads us in receiving and running yards today? I'm going to say Saquon's going to lead us in rushing today. It's time. It's time, dude. You're back. You're not even on the injury report anymore. It's time to play. It's time to be you. Don't have Daniel Jones lead this team in rushing again for a 3rd game in a row to start this season. Receiving, I'm going to say Slayton today. I think Slayton has a big game today. He's going to be getting cornerback 3, maybe even cornerback 4 treatment if they leave one guy in their nickel. Maybe we can draft a first-round linebacker that can play 3-down football. We have Blake Martinez. He is a 3-down linebacker. Let's see. How's Bobby's hair so amazing? Good genes. Evan Ingram's going to go for 80 yards and a touchdown. Okay, yeah, Evan Ingram's playing. I guess that's something we could talk about until Justin pops back in. Evan Ingram is playing today. Now, they ran a good amount of 2 tight ends, sets these past 2 weeks with Kyle Rudolph and Caden Smith. Please use Evan Ingram the way he was used under Pat Shurmur. You look at his numbers under Pat Shurmur before he got hurt in 2019. He was playing like wide receiver 1 numbers. I mean, it was awesome stuff. Put him on drag routes, crossers, vertical routes. Stop running stick with him and curl routes. Please stop. Even like on those plays, even when Evan Ingram does drop and it's his fault, like it leads to interceptions because there's defenders right behind them. So I hope Evan Ingram catches every target this week. I would like to see Caden Smith play a little more than Kyle Rudolph. That's something we didn't talk about a lot, is how does this tight end room work now that Evan Ingram is back? So that's going to be interesting to see. Let's see. Gallman inactive. Oh, wow. That's a shame. He's so good, though. All right, let's see. I need to find the Wayne Gallman's inactive tweet so I can make a joke about it because I'm an Alfredite, not a Gallmanite. Let's see. All right, come on. Tweet notifications. Which beat reporter do I see first? Come on, somebody tweet it. Wayne Gallman is inactive today. Makes sense. Tweet. All right. Do you think Barkley does a poor job on reading leverage between the tackles? These first 2 weeks, he definitely has. That's been a huge issue. Like, he just doesn't play it right. Like, it's been very frustrating to see. This is what Justin Pennick says. Do the Falcons put a spy on Jones? No. But every time like Jones has one of these good read option days, you're expecting like, okay, they're going to be playing that backside defensive end. Like he's going to be honest with the QB, and they just don't. Like the only time that I've seen a team play super honest on that was the Dallas Cowboys week 17, and that was the game where they were bluffing about Jones running in that game. Like think about like how many times has that they've been super honest on that. So, like that was there all year for the Giants last year, except for week 17. And then obviously Daniel was hurt for some of the and couldn't run for a couple games that he was in. So a spy, no, but maybe them being a little off honest. How do you differ what you post on Talking Giants versus your own Twitter? We kind of don't put a ton of opinion-based stuff, or it's like if it's something I'm like some content I'm really proud of, Talking Giants can kind of be like a way for like put updates, like so-and-so is injured for this game per Ian Rappaport. That type of stuff. Maybe and like show related, like pure show related stuff we put on Talking Giants because that's the show, like clips from the show, the posts that, this new episode. If there's like a joke from the show and we make memes, we also use it to retweet our listeners when they post funny stuff or good stuff. So expect any real pressure on Matt Ryan today. If we don't get pressure on Matt Ryan today, then we are in serious trouble for the entire season because they don't have a great offensive line. They got some decent players, some not horrible players, but we need to get pressure on these dudes. And Matt Ryan is immobile. He is not mobile at all. So we need to get pressure on him for this game. We got to pass first to set up runs. Sure. Do you think Jabril Peppers gets more reps? He played basically his regular role last week, and that's why I was expecting him to play his regular role this week because that's what he did last week, and he's played better than Xavier McKinney anyway. So, let's see. You should call in a big blue kickoff and just hit them with your facts. I don't want to do that to them. I'll prank call them every once in a while, but I don't want to be the caller who calls in and is like, "Well, actually, this." Let's see. What do we got? I thought Justin was going to join back in. He clearly didn't because he's a scumbag. How many points do you think the defense will give up today? 0. Do you think Bryce can fix his terrible technique? Do you think Bredesen can be a better run blocker if he gets stronger? I think I would put more faith in Bredesen than I would than Billy Price. Bredesen's younger. He's got a better path to get better. It's year 4 for Price. I'm not expecting him to get much better than what he's been. Let's see. Do you think Tony will be involved against the Falcons? I think he might show something. I think he played 19 reps last week. That's kind of gets lost in it because he didn't have any targets. He played 19 reps. It's just the issue is how they used him. So he wasn't involved because they ran the ball on 11 of those plays. They had put him on curls on 5 of those plays. When they used him, it led to a 19-yard Sterling Shepard catch because Kadarius Toney. So I would hope so. Any chance we see Jonathan Harrison today? No, he just got back. I think you're going to see Matt Skura today. I think you're going to see him rotate at guard. I don't think they're going to rotate center, but I do think you see Matt Skura may rotate with Ben Bredesen a little bit. Let's see. All right, we're at 24 minutes. Let's see if anyone's mad at my Wayne Gallman tweet. Who wins a fight? Blake versus Saquon. Yeah, I don't know. Will JH be fired? JH. Who the hell is JH? I mean, H is next to G on the keyboard. No, I am not expecting any. Nope, don't expect it. What will be the starting O-line today? Andrew Thomas, Ben Bredesen, Billy Price, Will Hernandez, Nate Solder. Do you watch any of the pregame shows? They hurt my brain so bad. I watch Fox. I have ESPN on. I'm not sitting there like watching it intently, but I'm the hour before the game. I'm kind of on my phone and stuff. And then 10 minutes before it's like I get locked in. But I am very nervous for this game. I haven't been this nervous for a week 3 game in a long time. There's a lot riding on, and the Eli Manning stuff, which is like that. I mean, that has I would probably cry if I was in the stadium today, but I'm not, so I won't. Let's see. Wheel route to Barkley. Yeah, do it. Thought on Skura at center if he can hike the ball. Yeah, Billy Price doesn't play well this week. I'm going to want Matt Skura to play center. What's your final score for the game? I hate doing real scores. I always say Giants 77, other teams 0. A real one? Does 33-17 sound fair? Is that being too homerish? Like we should beat this team. We should score points on this team. We should stop them defensively. With the expectation we have on this team, this should be a 33-17 type game. Any other coordinator, KT would have 5 touchdowns and be 2-0. I don't know if I think we'd be 1-1, and Kadarius Toney would have like 40-50 yards. That's what I would say. Bam. Devonte Booker inactive. Whoa. No. All right. Let's see. Is the inactive list out? If it is, I have to copy and paste. That's something I copy and paste to Talking Giants, because the team reports that, so I don't need to give beat reporters any credit. Giants. All right. So, let me share my screen. All right, share a screen. All right, let's go into the mind of a Bobby Skinner. Let's see. Very interesting to see their backup running back on the inactive list and wasn't part of the injury report. And you'll see me auto fix all these words. List. Come on. It's ands. Come on, little thing. It's, of course, Pate part. And Sam Beal makes sense. Josh Jackson makes sense. Nate Ebner's battling with injury. Justin Hilliard makes sense. And this is going to catch a lot of heat because, why is it Devonte Booker playing? Yeah, let's talk about that. Why isn't Devonte? I haven't reacted accordingly to it. Why is Devonte Booker the backup running back who they made the go and give money to, and not only like money this year, money next year, and he's inactive in week 3? If this isn't because he's has some disciplinary issues or what, this does not make any sense. Why? He's your backup running back, and they've given him carries every week. Is Gary Brightwell ready? That doesn't make any sense. What has Gary Brightwell done? Did he do anything in preseason that impressed you guys? There's got to be more to this story. I need to do a tweet from my personal account. All right, so did Ian Rappaport just tweet about the Giants? All right, share screen. What has Booker done? Booker's been a good backup running back his entire career in the NFL. What do you mean, what has Booker done? He got a contract from the Giants. That's what Booker has done. Makes little sense if this isn't disciplinary. All right, let's see if I got that word right. Bam, I did. Let me put isn't issue and based solely on playing. Gave him money to be the backup to Saquon for a reason, right? That kind of is confusing. That's very confusing. Why is Devonte Booker not playing? According to Rap, KT is supposed to have a much bigger role. Okay, let's. All right, I'm going to share my screen again. This is what happens when you get just me, because I can't just I can't let Justin talk for a second and go and check social media. So you guys got to join with me. All right, Rap sheet. One storyline to watch for the Giants game. First round, Kadarius Toney had an excellent week of practice and should see his most snaps yet. He'll be a prominent part of the offensive game plan today, so he'll have his chances. All right, guys. Someone give me a tweet to tweet about Kadarius Toney. Oh, Kadarius Toney, backup running back. How about that? Kadarius Toney. So I'm stealing that from the chat. Thank you, guys. Let's see it, KT. Bam. Simple. Let's see the reaction. Let's see the people losing their mind about Devonte Booker. I bet Tony sees some stuff. All right. I guess people like Gary Brightwell a lot more than me. I get that. All right. It's 32 minutes. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll. We will be back after the game. We will probably, as soon as the 4 o'clock games end, we'll probably record the podcast. We'll be live on patreon.com/talkinggiants, $2 a month if you want to be live with us. You also get a free sticker and get entered into shirt raffles and stuff. And it's just an easy way to support. So we'll do that. And then if you don't join in that, the podcast will be live tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning on YouTube, probably around 2 o'clock in the morning on podcast apps. And we'll break down the game. So let's win. We need to win this game. We truly need to win this game. If they don't win this game, you might hear the worst episode of Talking Giants ever if we lose this game. So, all right. See you guys. Let's go Big Blue. Let's win. Please let me celebrate a win. Please let us celebrate a win. And you'll get to hear, a lot of you guys will get to hear the intro music for a victory podcast for the first time, which you can't hear on YouTube. You have to have on the podcast app. So, see you guys.